Dark Zero is going to be their first point of contact when they get into the circle, but I think that Optic might just try and pick up some kills here as the circle closes.
Oxygen doing a little bit of damage as well. You can see God of Lost RKN. He gets finished off as well. He'll just be a death box. And now you're going to see the information gathered. I think it's Dark Zero who are just to the right of Optic Gaming here. They're actually going to decide to Valcol. And we've seen so many interesting late game plays from Optic Gaming where they just seem to find a spot to play. The question is, as they head down, they survey the land, are Optic going to be able to find that spot once more here, Dan?
Yeah, it's going to be tough for them to actually find any room to play. They're not going to be within the circle, that's for sure, but they want to get a different angle because they were so isolated in the previous position, but now they can try and fight their way out. It's going to be very difficult, but you've got Horizon Lifts to work with here.
Oh, it's just carnage, though. You can see they're trying to block a team from exit in this building. They managed to do so, and now you've got Nox doing what he does best, and that is hitting shots. Duplex, though, he's getting pushed by that ring. He's going to be forced forward. This is the end of the road for Optic. We're down to just 7 as Dark Zero stand tallest in the center of this zone once more.
Smiley and Bot also eliminated. Guard now taken out. They were in one of the better positions, but Dark Zero still kings of the land here. Center circle, surveying everything around them. Luminosity also getting eliminated. Now we're down to just 2 squads as Oxygen get wiped.
Down to just 2, and Dark Zero have just been watching this go down. Zero also gets a Kraber shot, so now G2 find themselves with just 1 player alive. It's going to be down to Jim Burton to move in and finish things off, and Dark Zero.
5 squads now remaining. Complexity at a full 3, also in a really good spot. Full red armor, and they've got plenty of vantage points to work with.
And no one's looking at Complexity at the moment. They have the high ground. They are doing so much damage as Oxygen Esports now find themselves being eliminated. And this is where Monsoon does what Monsoon does best. He has multiple targets, nobody taking the challenge, and he can just fry.
But we still have Team Liquid. Team Liquid now will get involved in this fight because they see the knock happening. Remember, Team Liquid right at the start of this game, what a struggle. They escaped, but now they could potentially pull off a victory here if they can get the knocks.
Shiny trying to move in here to finish off this fight. Will be able to do so. 100 Thieves. They will be down, but look at Liquid rising from the dead. It looked like this game was over for them, but at the end of the game, when the game is over, Team Liquid are the team who stand tallest. That is a great example of resilience.
Unfortunately, Liquid in complete open space at the moment, but teams do have to come to them. So it's really difficult to try and analyze who's in the best spot right now. Space Station have the high ground, but they've got a team below them. CLG are in a difficult position where they could very much be watched when they come out of the doorways here. Liquid just have to try and take as little fire as possible. If they can get behind a little rock, if they can maybe distract SSG in a way that SSG focus CLG, this could be a Liquid back-to-back, as you say. It's all going to come down to kind of who makes that play first and who gets the first knock.
Might have been some Skynades coming in or attempted from CLG. The missile swarm comes in. You can see that Sano's desperate to hold the line here with his Kraber. Doesn't want to be taken out. The scope also doesn't want to be taken out of the game, but Space Station need him to hit a shot here onto one of these Team Liquid members if they want to be in a position to win this game. The zone is closing fastest on both CLG and SSG, so you get the feeling that Team Liquid, they're in the best spot, and CLG know this. They make their play.
CLG making their way over, have the bubble to work with. SSG also will be able to watch from the heavens, as it were, but also need to move because of that circle as well. And now CLG, they're full sending it.
Yeah, they're full sending it, but they're just running into a wall of bullets. And it's Dropped who is going to get the kills here and should be able to finish them off. 3 squads still remaining. The last player survives for now, but the caustic gas is now a problem for SSG. All this means is that Team Liquid move in once again as the third party, clean up the pieces. The Prowler sings the final verse of the song, and Liquid go back to back.
And they played that final circle so well.
He can be the man as the IGL who becomes Superman in this situation and manages to pick up a great performance in this last game, but unfortunately for him, this is going to be the end of the road. Surely he does a lot of damage. He does a huge amount of damage. He's giving him what on earth are you doing, Nocturnal? That's illegal.
I mean, he goes out with very much a bang there, and he does some incredible hit firing that I have not seen in quite some time in my lifetime of playing Apex Legends, but alas, they always surprise me, these pros. Anyway, 4 squads remaining. Bronzy goes down. It's Guard again doing the damage from right of the center of this circle. FaZe are alive. Top 4. Is this the moment where FaZe can pop off and give themselves a real chance in this match week?
Taking the high ground, big damage coming in from Albrelli as well with that Arc Star, and the Mastiff could be the game changer. First attempt deleted, as now we see them just try and hold down this high ground. The guard's still alive. So are SSG once again involved in this final circle, but you have to fill with the armors, with the weaponry and the high ground. FaZe have got everything they need to succeed here. Big damage coming in. Frex will go down for here from SSG.
Yeah, SSG have no right in winning this game, but it's Guard and FaZe who are going to be the two teams competing really for it. Do Guard now feel like they are in a bad position? Do they try and pick up? Space Station go out, but now FaZe will rain down from above.
FaZe are just decimating here, and FaZe will close out the first game here on World's Edge with a huge victory. They don't have the ultimate as well from Newcastle to give them that little bit of cover. It's going to be a rough landing here for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, they could go up if they wanted to, but no, they go down, and what goes up must come down eventually as 100 Thieves make their way across. They didn't go for the pure risky play. They went for maybe a more slightly medium risk play by just dropping and avoiding the fight as early as they could. You've either got to be first to move or last to move. You cannot be in between, but Optic have spotted out 100 Thieves. They've got the seer abilities to get that information, and they're dealing a lot of damage.
Well, there is the castle wall going down as well from Scurry. That is massive for 100 Thieves. It's going to buy them precious seconds here as Optic now have to leave that building. They have to leave the truck. They have to go across the open ground. And if they can connect with some shots here, 100 Thieves have a chance to take Optic out of this game. Monsoon will do it, though. Duplex will fall as Complexity make their move forward.
So many eyes on Optic Gaming at the moment. Unfortunate for them as they were the one team on the southern side, but that meant all the eyes were looking from the northern side. Two are down. Optic surely are going to be down and out. Yes, they will. They finish in 5th position.
Optic Gaming out. Down to just 4. Complexity fully dressed in red at the moment, suited and booted, and with a massive in their hands as well. Should be able to do a huge amount of damage. Monsoon and Luxford left as the last two alive as SSG make their play now, but Frex should be able to surely clean this one up. Monsoon down, but Complexity still not out as 100 Thieves will go down.
Could this be the Guards game, though? They've been there or thereabouts in the final circles, and finally they make it count.
With that play, have done exactly that. The worry here for these teams who have to leave the buildings is there's only one way to leave. They have to leave through these doorways, and that's why Albrelelli has made such a ballsy play to take the high ground on top of one of these buildings now for FaZe. Snipe down and Slurp still inside of that dome building, but Albrelelli says, I want to command the space that's in front of us. I want to take control.
Snipe down, had disconnected, but I think he's back into the game. Yes, he is. FaZe now can make a move, and they will take a position above Madness and Co. And it means Team Liquid are going to now be the next team that have to move from where they are. Complexity just above Guard. They can stay here for quite some time, but they just have to watch this angle from the eastern side because Team Liquid are going to try and do damage before they move in. But FaZe moved early and take a great spot right now.
FaZe move early. They get this high ground. They have a little bit of a head glitch to play with as well. They know that the teams aren't going to be able to jump up behind them. It's just that in front of them they have to worry about. And if they play this one smart, they play this one slow and methodically, there might be an opportunity for FaZe to put another win on the board here. They're trying to just destroy that castle wall. They're trying to expose Complexity up on that high ground. The Complexity are just doing damage to everyone at the moment, but the zone is going to be an issue here for Complexity.
It's literally finishing right in between all of these teams as well. Castle Wall makes a big difference. Complexity full send it, but have lost 2 and will unfortunately go down in 5th position. So now 4 squads to duke it out here.
Albrelelli doesn't have the bubble to play with here either. So FaZe are just going to be straight up fighting here. Guard move in as well. They can't get the armor swaps. FaZe now moving to clean up the pieces. It's 2 teams remaining in MPL. Managed to come through and stand tallest at the end of the game. They will get the win, but what a crazy, crazy end zone that was in our final game. I mean, this is brilliant from Foot. I mean, there is no cover, pretty much. There's that one building that you can see that GG are in at the moment, but they have just taken essentially a setup that was given to them. There was a Trident down. They took another Trident over. Now they have the other team's wall in front of them, so they now have cover. Everyone else is going to be looking out. Everyone else has to leave this building, John, which means that everybody else is going to be forced to fire and forced to fight. The question is, who is going to be the team that comes out on top? And our Foot Esports just going to watch all of this go down and just pick off so many KP. Nightmare Esports are going to be a team they have to worry about, but for now, Foot Esports are just in a God position.
Foot Esports absolutely have the win condition here, Mark. You are spot on. God spot cover that they just stole from a Newcastle that was a solo. Turkish Stars and SAF Start a Fight Esports eliminated. 3 squads remain, and guess what? 2 of them are fighting each other. Foot just gets to watch and laugh and absolutely dominate right now as Nightmare's trying to get the final kill on Gaiman. It's a 3v3, making a 1v3 GG. Foot Esports on top to kick off their debut in the ALGS.
For them, it's all about timing. When do they make their move out of the building? Do they try and go a little bit earlier, get ahead of all these teams as that zone will start to pull, or do they just wait until that final moment to burst out and hopefully catch a couple of teams off guard?
Yeah, timing is absolutely everything, but it can punish you at the same time if you go that little bit too early. So that's what all these teams are kind of bartering off against each other at the moment, trying to encourage pushes with a little bit of damage, maybe a nade coming in here or there as a player from Ember has just been taken down by Nasky, and that could just start now a little bit of a wave of movement as people start to see a team get eliminated. We have 5 squads remaining. Aurora still being patient as this final circle begins to close, but now everyone's getting a little bit antsy here, Mark. Everyone realizes that this is the moment where you have to start making a move, you have to start making a decision.
And it looks like Aurora have made that decision. The Searol goes down. They try and move forward, but unfortunately, they're just getting shredded from that high ground. It is, of course, going to be Acend with those dual flatlines just raining down from above. 1 player still left alive for them, but 5 squads left alive in the lobby. Acend at the moment, Kings of the Castle, up on that high ground, and every single person in front of them. This is like the firing range for them at the moment.
Yeah, Kashira as Newcastle going to be really important here. Of course, he can hop on down, he can get his wall up, and he can really be a nuisance to all of the other teams. But they'll know there is going to be other Newcastles in the game as well. It's absolute shreds from the Devotion. Acend, Kings of the Castle, and I tell you what, here comes the Castle Wall.
Oh, the Castle Wall's massive as well, because now they've got ahead of every other team that was in front of them. They make the plays, they get the kills required. Kashira will clean up Pioneers as well, and with that move, Acend, they win the game. And not only that, that was a monster KP game from them.
Hold the door shop. Just go fence the door. He's on the door of a massive care. Yeah, yeah.
Behind. Walk on. Knock.
I walk.
They're peeking.
Care inside.
There is a nade on me. Careful.
There's care inside. I have a minute.
The door is not
Care if
fast.
they walk out. Yeah, care if they walk out.
I know, but they destroying the fence instantly.
Yeah.
Just look at the door. Amaz, look at the door.
Here.
I'm out in the stairs. I'm out in the stairs, I think.
We need to wipe this.
Yeah, wipe outside.
I got sucked. I might die. Look at bottom stairs. Look at stairs.
20,
they're trying to walk out.
pushing. 80.
Crack the stairs.
Yeah,
Just keep looking at the stairs.
No, they're behind us.
I already ulted, by the way.
They're behind us.
Well, back into the action. Reply Totem do a great job of clearing the area, but now they're under so much pressure. Sharp down. Now it's up to Amaz to try and pull off something amazing, and it's Acend who make their move in, Dan.
Acend make the move, but there's still 1 team left on the building as well. But Acend are doing the damage. Reply Totem out. But who is still in that building? Hoodie manages to get a knock, but oh my goodness gracious, the damage from Acend is insane right now.
Oh, that car is shredding, but look, I gets the armor swap. He gets 123 as well, just when you thought he was going down. It's Acend who stands tallest in game number 3. Back-to-back go Acend with wins. Well, the good thing here for Acend is they got a real opportunity here to go back-to-back because everybody else is on the eastern side of this zone. They're going to have to move towards Acend, and like we saw in game number 2, if all the teams have to move towards you, you know they're going to be weak. You know they're going to be taking damage. So Acend could have a realistic opportunity here to actually close out 3 games in a row. It's been a masterclass of zone knowledge from them so far. It's been a masterclass in the last 2 games of closing out, having got that position. The question is, can they do it again here? If they can, you have to feel like maybe they've got this week wrapped up.
Oh, it's not just zone position, isn't it? Like, we've seen the amount of gun skill from them as well. They've been getting it done, but esports do get eliminated in the end. It was a little bit too much for them to try and push through that chokehold. Forge are still alive, and they are going to be above. I think that's Strafey. Yep, no, it's not. Gamewood actually are going to get eliminated here. So 3 squads remaining, and I think Strafey is still one of them. So this is a 3v3 versus 1.
Yeah, Strafey's a problem here. They do not know where he is. Forge looking down at Acend in the straight 3v3, and while all this is going down, Strafey is just waiting for the opportunity to strike. A couple of knocks on either side here, and Strafey can reintroduce himself to this fight. EMP going to be used. Grenades going to go down as well. They are going to be burning. They are going to be frying. And now they have to make their move. So Acend now get that first knock. Ro will fall. Kashira will move in as well. But where is that solo player? Now he introduces himself. It's Strafey who's going to be able to get into a position. It's 2 players alive here for Acend. And it looks like maybe Strafey has decided that the last thing he wants to do is cause some problems. He's got a 1v1 on top, but he can't win it. Acend will win back-to-back games here. They are looking dominant. refugee will be finally eliminated as what the last player does go down. So from a great position that they did have, unfortunately they weren't able to convert there, Dan, as that zone just shifted away from them a little bit more than expected.
Look at the position of Jay Savage here, right inside the truck. Scar still having that scuffle at the top at the moment. They're going to be one of the teams that first has to move as this circle closes, and there's going to be a lot of eyes on them as well, because they were making a lot of noise. Kill leaders right now. And they have got the high ground. It is going to be the only advantage. Do they try and push one of these teams and slowly work up with a fight? But they've got to go now.
They've got to go now. They try and get some fences down. It's brilliant from Taishin to make sure they cannot be climbed on. The only problem is they're getting shot by so many different teams that finding somewhere to survive is going to be tough. Hyaka goes down. Taishin last alive, and it is Aurora on the low ground who managed to hold firm here. 3 Muppets eliminated alongside Scars. We're down to just 3.
One of the downsides of being a boisterous team who's getting so many kills in the kill feed is that there is a lot of eyes on you. People know you're getting the damage and where you're getting the damage from. But Aurora did so well to escape that situation. They were being held by Scars, but they found a little bit of an alleyway they could work with. They go down low, and now with 3 teams remaining, Aurora looking to try and take advantage of a Wraith portal here.
Oh, they do. They pour in. This is interesting. There's a caustic, though, and it's going to be Forge. You have the barrels down, and it caused a few problems. Excuse me. As we see now, Bitfix Gaming thinking, is there going to be any damage done? Have they got the opportunity maybe to move in and be that third party? They've also got the ramparts, so they've got some shields to work with. Creeping is hitting hard with that 301. This is a standoff of all standoffs. They're trying to create some false cover themselves by just using those rampart walls, and by doing so, they take down Forge, and they win the game.
And 2 of our off-meta teams going for a slightly different composition. 2 who are in that final circle, and a Rampart gets the victory. Just that extra bit of protection and also timing it perfectly in that final circle. We also saw Pioneers go down and all that scuffle elsewhere. So despite the priority position they had found, I think unfortunately because their armors weren't necessarily great, their loot wasn't that great, they couldn't do enough to stay alive, as we have 4 squads now remaining. Turkish Stars, one of them, still trying to fight for their chance to be in the top 5, but we have to note, Acend still alive, still in one of the better positions. You've also got Forge, you've also got Totem, who are doing some real damage at the moment in this lobby.
Totem trying to hold out Ascend at the moment. Ascend now make their push. Big damage coming in. There's an armor swap there for Sharp as well. So even though Ascend have made the push and done the damage, they're not aware that there's armor swaps, and it's going to be Totem who look like they're coming out on top. Sharp will survive, so will Jazaz, but Jazaz now is last alive. Will have to do something magical. He can't get it done, and Reply Totem will fall as V2, your team, who you were backing after their early fight performance here, Dan, are moving in to try and win this game.
They were down in 10th at the start of this game, and now they're up into the top 5 with the kills that they've got. They are absolutely shredding right now, and surely it's just a matter of moments to try and finish off this game. 1-11. Lazidian's going to be doing what he can, and it's going to be a push that just works out perfectly.
Oh, he's going to move in as well. You have to expect him to get the final kill. This man is decimating the lobby. He picks up the final shots. Actually, his teammate does, but it's V2 overall who managed to win our final game of the day.